Hey gamers, thank you so much for tuning in to our premiere episode of Casting to Level Up. Quick note on this episode, our resident sound idiot, the gamer Jordan, did not have his mic turned on for this recording. After many hours of editing, he was able to get this episode to a listenable quality. But we don't want you to think that this is the quality of all of our episodes going forward. This is our first official project that we will be working on together, and there have been some growing pains. All that being said, we hope that you bear with us and enjoy this show. Thank you so much for your understanding, and welcome to the first episode of this very, very dumb podcast. Welcome, everyone, to Casting to Level Up, your video game movie review podcast where we watch all movies based on video games. I'm your host, Ben, with
Jordan.
And today's episode, we are reviewing Super Mario Bros. From 1992 or 3.
3.
One of them.
Oh, I didn't do my homework. Okay, so this is our first episode.
Official first episode.
First episode. Do you want to explain a little bit on what we're doing?
I would love to.
Yeah, okay, because I know we're going to have the introduction and stuff, but...
Yeah.
Okay.
So, we are going to be reviewing... So, for Season 1, we're going to be reviewing live-action movies based on video games. And there's about 70 plus so far. I know Five Nights at Freddy's just came out, and Gran Turismo, things like that. But that would be Season 1. We are going to rank each movie and video game affiliated with the movie on 4 different rating. So it'll be fun meter for the movie in general, the game overall. We'll be rating the game, and I don't remember the 4th one. Fun meter, game, movie, and
how close they are to each other?
game cred. There we go.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing that for...
Sorry,
You're good.
I'm getting psyched up for this movie.
You're the only one ever
Well, okay.
in the history of
That's not
humans.
true. Bob Hopkins' son was hyped for this movie.
Because his dad basically drank himself to death during this movie?
Yeah.
Okay. Rip.
Oh, fuck.
So... So, Season 1 will be live action. Season 2 will be animated. And that's going to be a bit more picky with the animated. We're not doing all the Pokemon. And then Season 3 will be television. And then from there, it'll be...
I can't wait for Season 3.
Yeah, Season 3. Season 3 will actually be good. And hopefully we're good at podcasting by then. So we know how to podcast actually like good TV shows.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the best way to do movies.
Okay, let's get to it.
So, all right. So,
first episode, Super Mario. Original Super Mario, not the, like, pretty good one. The animated one. And if you hate the new animated Super Mario, go back and watch the 1993 live action. And it'll make you love the animated one a lot. So, Ben, this movie sucks. But
Game.
Let's talk about the game first.
yes.
Yeah. So, the way we're doing this is the closest game to release date from the movie.
Unless the movie is unless the movie...
Specifically?
There we go. Unless the movie is specifically based on a game like Far Cry, we will be doing Far Cry 1.
Right.
For the Far Cry movie.
Yeah. The Super Mario Brothers movie isn't based on any specific game because Mario doesn't really have a storyline in its games. So
that show's true in the movie.
It's
Sorry.
It's just the closest to release date of the film, which is Super Mario World.
Yes.
Ben, I don't like this game.
So,
oh, I should clarify. Ben
Jordan has his own personal
doesn't
journey.
Complete games.
No. Well,
I complete games.
I do, but I don't feel needed to beat all of the games on this list. And Jordan, for some reason, feels that he has to beat every single game. He did this with our test episodes outside of one because he hated a game so much he could not beat it, and
That's
I
good.
beat that game, and I think that game is mid-grade.
Which game was it?
Mad Max.
Oh yeah. Okay. Anyway, yeah, because I don't feel like you get what a game is trying to say if you don't complete it. Like, people worked really hard. Usually, a team of people worked really hard on a game, and they want you, for at least for the most part, to play the whole thing, unless it was just a cash thing. But Super Mario, not the case. I had to play the whole thing.
What's your history with this game from like your childhood?
Okay, so
because me and you are about 8 to 10 years apart in age.
So my dad owned a video game store, and every time we would go to hang out at the video game store, this also ties into the movie, which, like, I'm glad we're doing it like close to the same timeline, because like I experienced both of these things at the same time. So, any like. In this video game store, you would have 3 like TV game stations set up so you could like test out games, and the default one for the Super Nintendo like area was Super Mario World, obviously, because like easy to pick up and play.
Everyone's played this game.
Yeah,
damn near everyone.
Yeah, like, it's weird because the best of Super Mario Brothers to me is like 3. Nobody, like, you don't just know that everybody's played that. You know everybody's played the first Super Mario Brothers and the Super Mario World.
Yeah.
You just know that. And then, like, but those aren't the best ones. Like, people love this game, and I'm going to get flamed for being like, this game isn't great. But, okay. Okay, go ahead.
Let me interrupt you. I don't think this game is great, but it is like Mount Rushmore or Godfather to platformers.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
I think if you just put it in that section, and then you can just dog shit on it all you want, because you're still putting it on a high pedestal, because
Correct.
Like, it's up there with, you know, platformers like Mega Man and that kind of stuff.
I was about to bring up Mega Man.
But it does not hold up
right
at all.
Yeah, like, I understand the game. Like, but you don't need to make an easy game to make a successful platformer. So,
you would
like,
say this game is easy.
Huh?
You would say this game is easy?
This game has a very gentle difficulty spike. So it does get
so
hard.
I'm just bad at games. Or I'm bad at platformers. Because
what?
I will get into my history and all that kind of stuff
Yeah.
once you're done, but when I played this again, I felt,
Really?
and I don't consider myself like a gamer, but I felt like dog shit playing this game. It made me feel bad when I played this game. And I played it on the little mini Super Nintendo.
What?
Yeah.
I'm so confused. Okay. But you like Mega Man.
I do. But I like the offshoots of Mega Man. Like Mega Man Legends and Mega Man Battle Network. I don't particularly like the platformers. I don't like platformers.
Okay. Well, maybe that's why you suck at this. So, I like Mega Man and Mega Man X. Like, the whole series. I actually just finished X4 after beating this game. Which, like, took me, like, those aren't very long games. But it took me, like, a night to finish X and Zero's storyline.
Wow.
They're not very long, but they are difficult. Like, you don't need to make a platformer, especially a 2D platformer, easy to make a good game for me. Like, Mega Man X, like, I would put almost all of them, okay, 1 through 5, I would put, like, on my top tier somewhere list of video games. Like, they're...
X4.
yeah, X4 is the best. Maybe not the best. X1 and 2 are like...
What am I fighting for?
It's really good, though. Like, the gameplay loop is really good.
The dialogue is such horseshit.
Anybody who plays Mario or Mega Man or anything for the story, I don't understand. Mega Man X at least has, like...
I would love to know
a
if
story you
anyone
can dive
really
into.
does play Mario for the story. I would love to know like the actual mythology behind Mario.
I'm sure there's some who play like Paper Mario and stuff for the story,
Because to me,
and like game theorists play Mario for the series.
the best Mario genres out there is, I would say, number 2, Mario Party is my second favorite.
Mario Kart is like
No.
I don't understand.
No.
Okay.
And then Luigi's Mansion.
Everybody's
Luigi's
turned off.
Mansion is the
Between
best
me,
Mario product ever made. Luigi's Mansion.
between me saying Super Mario World, it's okay, and you going fuck Mario Kart. We lost all of our viewers.
It's not fun. It's not fun.
Nobody's listening anymore.
It's not fun.
We're just talking to each other.
And I'll also say,
It is fun.
Play-
What do you mean?
okay, so here, Mario in
You
general.
don't let yourself enjoy things, is what I figured
No, I
out.
do.
If you think it's even a little bit dumb, you're gonna be like, nope. Like, if everybody else is enjoying it, you're the hipster in the corner going like, we could be playing.
Okay,
like,
do you want to bring
Need
up
for
like Super
Speed.
Smash Bros? Like, do you want to put that in the top 5?
That's a great game.
That's dog shit fighting game, and I hate fighting
Oh
games.
my god.
It is. It's too.
What have you been playing recently?
The learning.
Let's illustrate this.
Yeah, because that's actually part of our like agenda. We're supposed to go over what we've played outside of these dog shit games and watching these dog shit movies.
Yeah. No, but I know what you've been playing. So
Actually, you won't, because I'm in that fucking slump, and I don't know if you get into this,
Yeah.
where I will try every game and nothing clicks.
Okay, but what have you been trying? This is what I'm trying to illustrate. Because you not liking Mario Kart or Super Smash Brothers is fucking... It's more insane than me saying Super Mario World is meh. Like, you just going, those are dog shit games is insane. But Ben, what have you been playing?
No Man's Sky. Hold on. And Far Cry 6.
Those are 2 good games. Shit. What do you normally play?
But like before that, like I was just going through my fucking Steam library, which is, it gives me anxiety because there's so many that have 0.0 hours played, and it just adds to my anxiety because I've bought these fucking games and I haven't played any of them. So yeah, I'm in that stupid slump where, and it happens like once every like year and a half, where I'll go like a month where I'm just like, I don't want to fucking play any games. Just doesn't even sound fun.
To my point, Ben's usually playing like Truck Simulator.
Yes.
Which is what I was trying to get to. Like, you don't play like games normally. Far Cry 6, I would say, is a game.
Yeah, time fillers is usually what I do.
Yeah.
I would put No Man's Sky into a time filler.
Yeah.
But then all right, hold on. Tangent time. All of these games, they're doing these like, which I love because you get shit when you do them, but the time sensitive Diablo 4, fuck. That game just, what a disappointment. But
are you saying you ran out of time on a Super Mario Brothers?
no. I'll get to my playthrough of Super Mario Bros. But when they put like, so like No Man's Sky, like every weekend there's a certain quest that you do and you get more Quicksilver to buy
Called
shit.
it daily, yep.
But I have so many games that do that, and then it adds.
But so Destiny had that too, but I noticed on a lot of those games, if the developer cares, they don't make those like required to move on. You know,
No.
like they're like, if you want to play every day, that's great. Like, we will reward you slightly for doing that, but like if you're coming back in after not playing for like a month or whatever, like we'll catch you up. Like,
Yes.
it's okay, we got you.
I get that, but
And then when they don't do that, I'm just like, oh, fuck you. Like, I'm not playing this game ever again.
okay, but I play a lot of Ubisoft games, and a lot of their games are open world, and then there's little treasure chests everywhere in the map. And guess what Ben has to do? I have to open all of them, because if it's on the map, I have to do it. So when there's dailies, what does Ben have to do? I have to do it. And it just...
You got the sickness.
It burns me out on games. All right. Continue your review of Super Mario World.
That's it. It was
Okay.
meant. Like, the difficulty spike happens gradually, which is good game design. I'm not saying it's a poorly designed game. It's just easy, and then easy.
Do you play as Mario or Luigi?
Can you play as Luigi?
Yeah.
I would never know. I hit start at the beginning. That's
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Well, I think you can play as Luigi. Or that's a second
I thought
player.
that was player 2.
Oh. Well, play as player
If
2.
he's in there, if it's Super Mario World?
Yeah. You can play as Luigi in Super Mario World.
No idea.
Oh.
I played as
Hey.
Mario.
Listeners, tell me if I'm wrong. At castingtolevelup@gmail.com.
You would give it the real email. So I don't know. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
If people are looking for a good gradual time platformer, it's good. I would prefer something that's like kicks me in my teeth until I learn it. That's what I like.
You want the Dark Souls of platformers?
No, I don't know. Maybe.
What do you want?
I like Mega
Castlevania?
Man. I like I like Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I actually like original Castlevania, like 1 through 4. Yeah, any Metroidvania game. So like Super Metroid, fantastic. Dread was amazing. Like any of those types of platformers, I really enjoy. But what's the one? Hollow Knight. I don't know if you've ever played Hollow Knight. I think that and Neon White is like something that like maybe not everybody's played, but everybody who has played it like adores it. And so I think just everybody should play those games. Anyway.
All right.
You go ahead.
So my history with this game, because I'm a bit older than you, everyone who had a Super Nintendo had Super Mario World.
Well, yeah, it came with the system.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
I was about to say.
Did you not know that?
No. Because I was about to
You're
say,
like-
it felt like it came with the system.
Yeah, like Nintendo was like, how do we sell this new, more powerful machine to people who already have a Nintendo? Oh, everybody fucking loves Mario. Just slap Mario on there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So-
And for that, as a launch title, I will give it props for that too. It is a fantastic launch title because you could play it for hours. It's easy to learn. Like, yeah, and then gradual difficulty
It's
spike.
fun.
I was not having fun with this game until like World 8, but most people wouldn't.
I don't even know what World
Say-
8 is.
It's like the end.
Okay.
And fuck the star levels, like, because those aren't good game design. Those are just hard for no reason. It's like, I mean, like, fuck that. Like, hard without purpose is not fun.
So I've never known or met anyone who has beat this game outside of you.
I bet you do. They just don't. They wouldn't know to talk about.
But to
it.
me, this is a hard platformer, even when I was a kid. So
What?
So everyone had this game.
It's challenging for sure. Hard?
Anyway, moving on. So when I replayed this for the podcast, I'm gonna say I gave it 2 hours, and I think I got to like World 4.
This is what Ben does. He gives games like 2 hours. Go fuck yourself.
But all right, hold on.
That's like no. That's like, hey Ben, you should check out like Game of Thrones. You watch the first episode and you go, that was dog shit. Of course it was.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, tangent time. Megan got me into Game of Thrones. First episode, I'm hooked.
No.
Yes.
No, you're asleep.
No.
The first episode of Game of Thrones is awful.
I am hooked.
The third episode is where everybody went, oh, this is a good show.
But the first episode ends with Bran being pushed out the tower.
Who the fuck cares? Who is Bran? Nobody explains anything. They introduce way too many
But a
characters
brother
and go,
and sister
oh,
are-
this is blah, blah, blah."
But a brother and sister are fucking. I'm hooked. Fantasy solved.
Ben loves incest. All right, moving on.
Legalize it. So,
Oh my god. This
Hold
podcast
on.
does not
Hold on.
condone
hold on.
incest.
I don't have any sisters. So,
I do. So I'm full on.
So
No.
no, so Megan bought the first season because she had watched it before, and she's like, "You really like it because I really like Lord of the Rings." Watch the first season. Spoiler alert: Ned dies.
Yeah.
I was so pissed. We did not watch season 2 for a whole entire year.
That's so weird. That's like what made people go like, "Holy shit, this show's for real." Like when no character is safe and the stakes actually feel like they're stakes.
Yeah.
That's when everybody's like, "Oh shit, this is great." Like cuz no character's safe after that.
But
And,
then
like,
after the Red Wedding, I mean, I was fucking cheering. Like all those people dying, I was like, "Yes. My bingo card is almost full. Fuck them."
wow.
Yeah. Anyway, so back to
We're
my
gonna need a different podcast for Game of Thrones. Holy shit.
So my history with this game, everyone
Nobody likes Ben. Nobody
So-
likes you.
Oh, we haven't even got to Pokemon yet. So everyone just play a Pokemon game every like 5 to 8 years because it's like playing Madden to me.
Yeah. That's not bad.
Okay, but
Anyway, continue. No.
but that's
We're
also,
not going
Okay.
down this.
But that's also why we're not watching all the movies. Anyway,
Okay.
so
The first Pokemon.
everyone had Super Mario World, and it's one of the first games I remember playing. But like for my childhood, like played a lot of games. I watched my brother play a lot of games for whatever reason. Like I remember watching my brother like basically play and beat Final Fantasy VII. Because I didn't play a lot of games, I just watched my brother play. But yeah, playing this game, I would say I gave it probably 2 to 3 hours and got to like world, I don't know, 4 or 5. Isn't there like a swamp section?
In
Super
World?
Mario World?
There's yeah. Go ahead.
I want to say I got there. I got so bored. Like, the only good thing about that game is like Yoshi. And so
And the cape. I will give it props for the cape. I just don't like power-ups that can be ripped from you. This is why I like Mega Man. Like, when I get a power-up, I keep that power-up. Like,
yeah,
that is now mine, and
that's
I
what
can
makes-
learn it.
but that's what makes that game more challenging. But
Yeah.
so I don't know how far I got. I don't know, 4 or 5. And then I legitimately, like, audibly told myself, I want to play a good platformer. And on my little mini SNES, I played Donkey Kong. And I had so much fun playing Donkey Kong, which I would say is probably more challenging than Super Mario World. But it felt more rewarding.
It does feel like the flow of Donkey Kong Country is better, I would say.
But so much better.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed, like, I honestly don't remember jack shit from playing Super Mario World the second time. But like, anyone listening to this, if you want to do what we're doing with us, just play Donkey Kong Country. Like,
yeah.
Just play Donkey Kong Country
It's really good.
and watch this dog shit movie that
Donkey
we're
Kong Country 3 is by far and away the best.
and then watch this horrible movie that we're going to start reviewing.
Yeah, so what would you give?
We'll do that at the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Would you like me to start with the movie?
I'll start because I feel like you have a long story.
I do.
So in the same game store my dad grew up, or that I grew up in.
We'll just go over the history and
Yeah, like
any fun facts you know.
We like because you couldn't just have your kids running around your store all the time. In the back we had a TV and a VCR, and we had about 4 VCRs. Next door was like a VCR rental place. And like we would rent sometimes, but for the most part, whatever VCRs we owned are the ones we were watching. So we had Dragon Ball Z, the Kai tournament mini saga thing,
Okay.
where he's fighting. Shoot.
Cell?
No, Pecan.
Piccolo?
No, it's in Otherworld.
Oh, when he's dead.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. And then they
The
just,
better version of Piccolo.
Yeah, and then they just throw that character away, even though he's
Very
like,
sad.
great. But anyway, So we had that. We had Aladdin, which I could probably quote all of Aladdin word for word even now. And then we had
Street Rat. Sorry.
and then we had Super Mario Bros. Because my dad bought it. I'm assuming because he's like, oh, Mario. My kids like Mario. Because every time we went in, we were like,
Ooh,
oh,
a very
Super
common thread.
Nintendo.
A very common thread. Oh, Dad, Super Mario.
Yeah,
Ooh.
and then so we watched this a lot actually, and
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
After watching it a bunch, being able to quote Aladdin like I can't with this movie. Like
that's good.
It kind of just like I think my brain needs to
it's trauma.
itself.
No,
Yeah,
it's called trauma.
Yeah. Yeah, this movie's something else. But yeah, so
would you suggest anyone to watch this movie?
If you're playing
No.
Yes, I would. So this is why I would.
Okay.
If you're going into the
making a podcast about video games based on movies,
if you're going into an art direction, I think it's important to see things that don't work in every regard, and this is one of them. So
this is the movie of don'ts.
Yeah. So like
we haven't even started the movie.
I had a really good film teacher when I was in high school, and he told me to watch 3 movies. He told me to watch Phantom Menace.
Okay.
Like, not a good story, but it's pleasant to watch because things are happening.
Yes.
And he's like, that's really important.
I would even say that movie ages well.
Yeah, like, if you turn your brain off, you will have fun with the Phantom Menace.
Yes.
And then The Room, obviously.
Yeah.
Because, like...
phenomenal movie.
And then, what did he give me that was, like, good on all fronts? I forgot that movie now. That's not good. Shoot. If you're watching, I'm so sorry. I forgot what the third movie you told me was. But from what I remember, it was a good story and it had good special effects. The Matrix, maybe? No, it wouldn't have been The Matrix. I don't remember. But the Matrix is what I filled in with it. Because I felt like that had a good story, good world building, good special effects, good everything. It doesn't age super well, but it wasn't designed to. Like the special effects part. But this movie...
One thing. I would say it doesn't age well because after that movie came out, everyone did bullet time.
Yeah.
And I think we take that in account for what that movie did. I would say that movie ages great.
I want to say maybe he told me to watch Jurassic Park, and I was like, oh, but I can already, like, I know everything about Jurassic Park.
Yeah, Jurassic Park should be on the AFI Top 100.
Yeah, so, but I would add a 4th movie to his list, and it would be this movie, because I would be like, this is everything you don't do. They do crazy angles, they do, nobody was awake for this. Like,
no one was sober for this movie.
It was all bad. They looked at the source material and went, we'll give him spiky hair to make him Bowser.
And if you watch Intoxicated, it doesn't make it any better.
I believe that. It's a fever dream. And so I never want to talk bad about creators. This movie was made to collect a paycheck.
Oh, and for sure. Someone had to make a payment on their yacht.
Yeah, and it was like, it's a wife and husband making it. I forget their names now because I'm not going to look it up. I don't care. That's how much I don't care.
They should be prosecuted.
It's really bad.
It's
like every inch of this movie is bad.
I can find some joy in a movie. Some joy.
Yeah.
I love Uwe Boll movies.
Oh, yeah. They're
okay?
Yeah.
For
those who don't know who that...
Oh, you will.
Yeah,
you will.
He's got like 8 on this list. Terrible, great movies.
They're just tax write-offs.
Yeah.
But, and if anything comes from this podcast, I don't want a single dollar if it means that me and you get to box him in a boxing match. Because he will box people who talk shit on his movies. So any listener out there, let's boast this up to the point where Jordan and I have to take boxing training lessons to box Uwe Boll.
I don't
and
need
I'll
lessons.
let that man kick
I
my
don't
ass.
need lessons.
I'll let that man kick my ass. But I can find some kind of joy in a movie. And when I watch this for the second time, I've only watched this movie twice. At the end of it, and I have it in my notes. At the very end, I wrote, I had no fun. And
it's not fun.
And I don't suffer from depression, but this movie gave me depression.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like, so I can't even. I watched this movie this go around because I knew it was nothing close to the source material. So I was like, I'm going to judge this as a 90s movie. In the early 90s,
okay,
there was some gems, but for the most part, they're just kind of bog standard movies.
80s, 90s movies are just awful.
Yeah, like, I don't. Yeah, there's some gems like Jurassic Park's in there in that timeline.
Alien. Well,
Alien.
No,
oh yeah.
79. Anyway,
yeah, somewhere
don't matter.
there. Like
Alien 2's in there anyway.
Yeah, like there are gems to be had in that time period, but for the most part, they go, meh, it was a movie. This movie, even judging it based on that criteria, it gives you a world that doesn't make sense.
Yep.
I know we're about to get into it, but I
still gotta go over my history.
Hang on. It starts out going, dinosaurs in this world have not
dinosaurs in Brooklyn
have not gone extinct. However, they all look like humans.
Yes.
For whatever fucking reason, never explains.
Oh, trust me.
Why they still aged like fucking apes, but they're just like, meh. Oh well.
Yeah.
It's just like, let's go. Hey, it's Bob Hopkins or whatever.
I think that's right.
Like whatever. Like what are you gonna do?
Oh God.
All right. Go ahead, Ben.
So, I seen this movie in theaters, and I have a very distinct memory. I saw it with my brother. He's 7 years older than me. So, however old I was, I think I was 4 or 5. So, my brother would have been...
I'm drinking way too much.
11, 12.
Did not eat anything.
I am right ahead of you. So, we see this in the movies when it comes out. I think it comes out in like May. And when me and my brother left the movie theater, I remember... I don't know if I said it, but I know I had the thought. And there's a certain moment in your life, and if anyone can remember this, and I'll ask Jordan.
I'm ready.
Do you remember when you had the thought movies can be bad?
Yeah, for me it was the one that like stuck with me was Last Airbender.
And you were how old?
When did that come out? That was my theater movie.
But you were probably in your teens?
Yeah.
I was 4 or 5.
Oh no. No, yeah, the scene that sticks with me in this movie, going back to when I was at the game store, the scene that like always I remembered this movie in was Daisy, who I still thought was Peach until the rewatch.
Yes!
I remember her going into the room, seeing the egg, and going, "That's Yoshi." And like
Megan kept on asking, "Why isn't Peach in this movie?"
Yeah.
Megan is my wife.
Fuck.
She's going to come up a lot in this podcast.
Yeah.
But so me and my brother see this movie. I don't know if I say it out loud, but I know I have that thought. Oh, movies can be bad because I grew up in a time where VCRs were like hundreds of dollars and VHS tapes were very expensive. And like when you got to see a movie, it was a thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there wasn't streaming. There wasn't all the shit we have now. And to think, because I loved Super Mario World. It was a game I could play, and thinking that movies can be bad, like, I mean, that says a lot about me now, 30 years later.
Yep.
But so while doing this podcast and doing this episode, there's going to be some trigger warnings going on. So if you're triggered of, let's just say, Jerry Springer-esh things, you might want to skip, I don't know, probably 10, 15 minutes. So my brother and my mom know about this podcast, and they were asking, like, what movie we were doing, and I was telling, I think it was my brother at first, and my brother tells me, he's like, it was weird that, like, our dad would, like, use the movie theater as, like, our babysitter, because that's the type of dad I had. And I was like, yeah. And, like, some other things were brought up of, like, he would just basically drop us off at the movie theater and then pick us up, like, 10, 15 minutes after the movie was out. And my mom recently came across country and visited for a while, and she was asking about the podcast, and we did an episode together.
Your mom is the best.
She is, and she will be on the podcast. We are going to do call-ins, I think.
Okay.
Her ADD is just phenomenal. So she was asking about the podcast, and, like, while we were doing a podcast together, and I told her about this movie, and then she just happened to ask me, like, the time frame, and I told her, May 92 is when this movie came out, right? Or 93.
93. Yeah.
And she's like, oh, that was right around my divorce with your father. And I was like, oh, tell me more about that, because I wanted it on microphone, recorded. So here's how this story goes. My dad dropped me and my brother off to see Super Mario Bros. Okay? So my dad, who was in the middle of a divorce with my mom, was sleeping with this other woman.
Call girl. She was a call girl.
Was sleeping with this other
Archer reference, if anybody got it. Anyway.
Was sleeping with this woman who lived next to my grandma and great grandma. And
yikes.
And my dad had purchased, I'm using air quotes, purchased, because he never fully paid off it was either my grandma or my great grandma, for this Cadillac that he bought from one of my grandmas. And my great grandma, who loved my dad, could hear things going on outside. So she looks outside her window, and my dad is having sex with this woman on top of the hood of the Cadillac that he had pre-purchased. And my great grandma, and she tells the same, she's not alive anymore, but she told my mom, she goes, he's just not going to get a birthday card from me this year.
No Christmas cookies for
him. And I don't know 100%. I don't. He's not getting.
What?
Yes. So
that's awful.
So, and I don't know if it was the same exact day, but I'm just lining up my brother and my mom's stories together. And basically, my dad dropped me and my brother off to see Super Mario Bros. To essentially be cheating on my mom at the same time, even though they were going through a divorce.
Right.
But in front of my grandma and my great grandma, because they lived right next to each other, and then the woman he was sleeping with lived in the same apartment complex. So yeah, that's my Super Mario Bros. Movie story. And I've got some for some movies down the pipeline.
That's incredible.
Jerry. Oh, so hold on. It doesn't end because, and I'm not 100%.
We gotta get into this.
I know
movie.
we will. Okay. So I'm not 100% sure if this is the same night. So there is a thing. So my mom, she used to be a personal fitness trainer, and we had this really, really big house in Michigan, and she had to replace. Well, she didn't have to. She was replacing the toilet in the third story.
Okay.
And my dad was supposed to help her, and court orders wise, like he was still living in the house, and he was out at the bar with this other woman. I don't know if it was the same woman or not. And
It's better if it's not, you know?
I want to say it is.
That's...
We can ask my mom down the road.
Yeah, anyway, continue.
So, my mom takes this toilet from the upper story and brings it all the way down to the garage. And my dad shows up drunk with this woman at the house. And my mom and I have seen photos of my mom back in this time. She is fit. Like would not fuck with
And
her.
your mom is like I've only had one phone call conversation with her. She's great.
She is.
What the fuck?
She will fuck you up.
Oh, I bet.
She will fuck you up.
If she produced you?
You haven't met my brother yet. So
I can't wait. Your whole family is such like an anomaly.
Oh,
to me.
it's an episode of Jerry Springer. It's a season of Jerry. So, we haven't gotten to my aunts and uncles yet. Anyway, so
I can't wait.
So the toilet is from the top story all the way down to the garage, and the garage was a built-in. It was attached to the house. My dad shows up drunk with this woman. This woman is sitting in her car, and my mom throws the toilet at my dad. Okay, like shot puts it at my dad. And then my mom grabs. She worked for the Michigan correctional facility. She takes her keys. So if you work at a jail or a correction facility, you've got like janitors don't have shit on you for the amount of keys you have.
Oh yeah.
And my mom, and she always says it the same thing, headlight to taillight. She took her keys from headlight to taillight and just scratched the shit out of this woman's car.
Hell yeah.
Yep. And then she ended up breaking her kneecap because she was so pissed. Somehow she shut her own leg in a car because she was so mad.
Oh, I believe it. When you're that rageful.
Yeah, you're just blind. And,
yeah.
And I totally get it because I'm that same way.
Yeah.
So
I've only gotten that way like twice in my whole life. So
this,
yeah.
I have looked at, so we're done talking about that, but I have looked at the forecast of the movies. There's another really great story for the Mortal Kombat movie.
I can't wait. That's a good movie.
That's a great movie.
It's so good.
But
you'll save it?
Oh yeah, it's so
okay.
good. All right.
So let's dive into this train wreck that you saw while your dad was
porking another
balls
woman
deep into it. That's so fucked.
All right, let's.
Okay. And I need to say on the top, Ben and I get away with saying a lot of shit to each other. We are friends. We like each other. We think each other are good people. So we get away with saying some like really gnarly crap to each other, just so you know. We don't mean it. It's all in jest. Sometimes.
All right, so
So gear up for that.
and gear up for side tangents like that.
Yeah.
So the movie opens up, stereotype Italian guy giving history lessons. Goodbye, dinos.
Fuck.
I thought that. All right, great opening to this kind of movie.
Uh-huh.
But it doesn't hold its steam.
No.
After that,
no. This movie doesn't know what it is at any point. It's like, oh, this is gonna be like a wacky, like, oh, dinosaurs exist.
Yeah.
And then it's like, or not. Like,
so I was gonna ask you, is this like the thesis of Mario? But we kind of covered like the storytelling of Mario. I know nothing about it.
Yeah, so I believe Bowser's girlfriend in here is supposed to be
because Donkey Kong was the original bad guy.
I believe she's from Donkey Kong. I could be wrong. I
thought Peach was.
No, that's not Peach.
That's Daisy.
That's not Daisy.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Pauline.
Oh.
Shit, what's her name? Hang on.
I did love the scene with the nuns and the baby egg, and for some reason they weren't disturbed by the egg.
Oh yeah,
opening up, and I feel like nuns would have been the first to like, I don't know, probably throw like 1,000 crosses at it and thinking that was like the devil baby.
Yeah.
Because Christian mythology, isn't it half jackal? Like the Antichrist? So that wouldn't be an egg. Never mind.
Yeah.
I said Christian mythology.
Yeah, I know.
That's also going to go over well with listeners. I'm sorry. If you believe in people with wings, I'm sorry. Moving on.
Yeah. Hang on. I fucked up my wife's DoorDash order.
So, still moving on in the movie. If you got anything to add, I'll just kind of go through my notes. I love the plungers on the wall, and they're displayed like katanas.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
And then here is where I didn't know if Mario and Luigi were supposed to actually be blood brothers, because I could not figure out the age gap between the two. And then it is later released that Luigi's adopted, how Daisy is adopted. Yeah, and then so we moved to the excavation site, and I know there's dinosaur bones basically everywhere in the world, but they're mainly concentrated in China. And like Montana, Wyoming.
Yep.
And there's dino bones in Brooklyn.
Yep. Which, like,
enough for a big site.
Yeah, like a big team. They got all the clearance that even like this big company, which is okay. I need to illustrate something. This is the 80s. If a big company wants to come in and take I think she's a student at this point. She is young as shit.
Her age is revealed and I didn't catch it.
I don't care. It's Luigi's age. Whatever.
She's young.
Yeah. No,
like, oh no, right here. Dino Baby is 19 ?
Okay, 19. This company is not
she's not
in good standing with
Yeah, Brooklyn. But they're not giving a 19-year-old money.
They could be. Like that isn't in the realm
is she
of
Greta Thunberg? She's not Greta Thunberg. Which
she is the king's daughter.
In a different dimension that no one knows about outside of that TV thing they had.
But they're handling it like she's handling it like a environmentalist. She's like, "Oh, you can't like touch this." If I'm Brooklyn in the 80s, like I am the mayor or whatever who signs the
paperwork,
dig sites, whatever. If I got a 19-year-old on one hand and then a very reputable company who's like, hey, we're just gonna go in, get out, easy, no worries, because it's Brooklyn.
But a 19-year-old is running it.
Yeah, a 19-year-old's running it. If I'm Brooklyn, I'm gonna be like, listen, I'm sorry.
Guess what I was running after when I was 19.
Yeah. Not to say 19-year-olds can't be awesome. They can't be smart. They can't. Whatever.
They can't. Like, your hormones. No. No. Edit what you just said out because you're wrong. They can't. Name me a 19-year-old that you would actually trust with something. Even half of the level of responsibility, restrictions, paperwork, all that type of shit.
Listen, I'm only 27, so I can't. I'm not even 27 yet.
I wouldn't even trust you with that kind of shit.
Right. Like,
oh, they're 19? No. What?
If they're a savant, I'll trust them.
No.
I would trust Doogie Howser.
Moving on.
Okay.
So I did have a hard time seeing Luigi as Luigi because whenever I see whatever that actor's name is, I can't remember his name. Do you remember his name?
He's a really good actor.
He is, but I can only
Luigi.
I can only see him as one role.
Hang on.
John Leguizamo.
Oh, he's so good.
Leguizamo. I only see the clown from Spawn.
Really?
Yeah.
I see the uncle figure from Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass 1?
Oh, he's in Kick-Ass 2 as the... I believe he's in the first one too.
I don't
but he really shines in the second one. Don't watch Kick-Ass 2.
No.
It does not age. I don't think it aged well when it came out. Like, I think its time had already passed.
And Nick Cage isn't in it, so why would you watch it?
Yeah, they got a 15-year-old kissing a
Nick Cage needs more love.
28-year-old.
He needs more love so,
Like,
he can have all of his castles. That's the only capitalism I'm going to support.
Well, Jim Carrey's in the second one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so after the fact that she's 19, because there's a time skip, but figured out that she's 19. So the whole like payphone scene, do you remember that? Where she's like, he's on the payphone checking the voicemails.
Yeah.
So,
which is such an 80s thing.
Yes. 90s.
90s.
Yeah,
it's
early
really
2000s.
Yeah.
So Luigi so this whole movie, poor Daisy. I felt bad for Daisy in this movie.
Yeah.
Because not only in the dimension of the humans, also in the dimension of the dinosaurs, she's just being chased by predators.
Oh, yeah.
And when Mario goes, "Step into the van,"
yeah,
was the last words she should have ever heard in her life. Both of them. And then Mario getting off on Luigi possibly getting action. Did you see how he was acting?
This is where I was like, so I was trying to view this movie from just like a standard 80s lens, which like a scene like that could have happened. Like it could have, because they happened all the times. If you watched 80s movies, these kind of scenes did happen quite often. But the women in at least the okay movies go like, "Hey, listen to what you just said." Like in the script somewhere there will be like, "Hey, like what you just said, like I need you to like hear it." Like I'm freaked out right now and you told me to get into a van is what a normal script would offer up. This script goes, Daisy goes, "Okay." You're cute. Like what?
Your big brother's not like being even more creepy than you.
I am so fucking tipsy right now.
Mario would have watched them have sex.
Oh yeah.
Oh god. And
then just been like, "Yeah, that's my baby brother."
So I guess
fuck, dude.
There's an interview though of John Leguizamo talking about doing this movie with Bob Hoskins.
Mm-hmm.
Hoskins. And because Bob Hoskins was like in the height of his alcoholism during this movie.
Yeah, and the height of his career. Like he was killing it. Like this might have torpedoed things for him, but
oh god, it shut a lot of doors. But like, so there was an interview where John Leguizamo talked about like he would try to keep up drinking with Bob Hoskins.
Oh yeah,
and he would just remember like just drinking, blacking out, like while Bob Hoskins was still drinking.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So, I got here so many red flags.
I'm so glad you have the trivia because I could not bring myself.
I think that's the last trivia I have. This movie doesn't need any more research at all. Yeah. It just needs to be talked about, and then no one needs to watch it ever again. Which I will say, I bought this movie on DVD, and it was not easy. I couldn't find it on Amazon. I couldn't find it on eBay.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know, like Ollie Wish.
Right. And like most of these movies will say like, "Hey, like watch it. Like you should experience it."
No.
Because
not this one.
Yeah, not this one. This one, like, just skip it. Like, it's like, not...
Like, I'm not a Mario fan.
Yeah.
But I feel like I should be running the prosecution for Mario fans against the people who made this movie.
Right, you're impartial. You could give a...
Oh, I'm not impartial. No. I will sue every fucking person who made this movie. I'm not kidding. They all need...
I feel like the actors got a bad rap for this one. That's not their fault. They were giving it their fucking A game.
Who?
Hopkins.
He was drunk.
Yeah. He's still trying to give his A game, man.
Was he?
Yeah.
Give me an example. Daisy wasn't. John Leguizamo, he
was there.
He was there.
He was given his A.
Was he?
Maybe not his A+, but he was given his A.
I think he was there going, what the fuck am I doing here?
Hang on.
We haven't even got to Toad yet.
I can't quote Hopkins. I could quote Bowser. For if that helps any.
All right, hold on. Let me get through my notes so we're moving on.
Okay.
So I got so many red flags. Mario
Dennis Hopper. That's who I could quote.
So Mario being the wingman at that dinner is creepy. And of course they go to an Italian restaurant.
Which, like, who's his date? Is that ever, like, it's just some girl. Like,
I think her title is prostitute.
Oh, no.
Hold on. It's prostitute. Her name is
Oh, no.
Carlina Moore, and it's prostitute.
That's a yikes.
But she's fourth on the casting list in front of Toad, which Toad was done wrong. Well,
everything was done wrong. What do you mean? Yoshi was done wrong.
Oh,
Daisy was done wrong. Mario, Luigi, Bowser, all the Koopas, all the like. What?
Oh,
should I continue?
So I do have this Italian restaurant. Daisy is still in her work clothes.
Which, like, if an Italian ever watches this movie, they are
dinosaurs in Brooklyn.
If you watch them like pick up their food, because they don't eat. Which is like that they might eat like a bite or two. Specifically, they don't eat. I'm sure this took many takes. The actors,
because Bob Hopkins had to go and like do a couple like shots.
Probably. Fuck. So, like,
what if this movie?
Fun fact.
Hold on. What if this movie, even though we know it's not true, but what if this movie was like the sparking point of his alcoholism? I would totally buy that.
I would also buy that. But if you ever watch movies where people are like in a restaurant or whatever, they'll usually put a bite into their mouth and then they won't swallow it. They'll be chewing for like a long time. Mm-hmm. That's because in between takes they have a spit bucket.
Yeah.
And they'll throw it in. This movie,
unless you're Brad Pitt,
the way they're eating this pasta and picking it up, an Italian person would be like, "What the fuck? What are you doing? What? Just." All right, what's happening? What is going on? I don't... What are you doing? Like,
I want some spaghetti right now.
They did no research for anything. Part of this, anything.
They didn't play the fucking video game. We did more work than they did. All right, can I say one thing? Hold on. Tangent. Here we go.
I'm so gone right
You're
now.
good.
Holy
Tangent.
Shit.
So, when me and my wife went on our year-long road trip,
brag about it.
We stayed at my mom's for several months.
Okay.
And this was years and years and years ago. But we had a lot of marijuana with us.
Ooh.
And I am a big Power Rangers fan. I love watching Power Rangers because I know it's a bad TV show.
Oh, yeah.
There's a season in Power Rangers that is notably one of the worst. And it's Operation Overdrive. Some people will be like, that's called Turbo. No, Turbo's great. Go fuck yourself. Okay? Operation Overdrive. I'm watching an episode and I'm so high. And all I could think of no, and it's a bad it's bad it's badly written. I remember it. Yeah. It's badly written, it's badly acted.
Yeah.
It's bad. And I remember being so high going, I could not write anything. Like, I could not write this episode. Like, I'm below what this caliber is coming out.
Yeah.
Watching this movie, I could write a better script than this.
Yeah. Oh, like you hand like a piece of paper to a 4-year-old, they could come up with a better script. Like, it's horrendous. We should try to explain what happens in this movie. I don't feel like
so
we've gone over anything.
During the restaurant, though, that's when I did realize that Daisy is the Dino Baby, because they didn't really make it clear up until that point.
Sure. Yeah, because Peach, I assume, just drops her off at the beginning, They don't explain that. I'm sure if there was a sequel, they'd be like, "That's Princess Peach."
Oh, they set it up for a sequel.
Yeah. Oh, they sure did.
Oh, thank God we did not get that. The fact that they set up for a sequel and we will not get a sequel to Monster Hunter 2, I find awful.
Anyway.
Yep.
So,
moving on. I don't know. It's just and then Mario, he gets so much enjoyment out of the possibility. Like, is Luigi a virgin? Because he's getting so much enjoyment.
Yeah, they're trying to illustrate like how good of a brother Mario is.
Oh, I'm gonna get his dick wet.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
I'm gonna get my little brother laid.
I'm gonna be on the other side of the wall listening to him fuck. like, come! It's so gross. This movie's gross.
It is.
That probably understands why
good.
not Bob Hopkins. Who plays Bowser?
I just pulled him up too. Hang on. Pause.
Because he's a clean freak in the movie.
Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper. That explains why Dennis Hopper's a germaphobe in the movie, because this movie's gross.
Yeah, it's. Which, like, why is Bowser a clean freak?
I don't know.
Do they ever call him Bowser?
No, they don't. They do not.
Just call him King
Koopa.
King Koopa. And they got all the Koopas wrong.
God, did they? And I'm not even a
Where's
Mario
their
person.
shell? Like,
oh, buddy.
Like, you know, like, I just if I'm looking,
if we keep on doing this podcast is never gonna end.
I know.
We're only ever gonna do one
on.
episode.
Just like, if you could for like 1 second, they were like, "Hey, we're not gonna put him in a turtle shell." Like, okay,
turtle shells are iconic.
I know, but like,
you jump on them.
If I'm the director, or if I'm the
you
like
kick it.
costume designer or whatever, I'm gonna go, hey, I'm not gonna do the turtle shell thing. Like, okay.
Where were the producers in this movie?
Like, okay. Like, for Bowser, I'm gonna make his hair spiky in the back to illustrate, like, spikes.
Okay.
For his back. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Suspending disbelief that that's where you went, fine. For the Koopas, they went, lizard head. What?
Small.
Why?
Small lizard head.
Like, yeah, de-evolves. Why are their bodies still big? What the fuck did you think? Why did you do this? Why? Like, why? I'm the kind of person who just needs to know why. Like this has caused fights with me and my wife, where, like, she'll say something, and I'm like, okay, but, like, why? And she can't explain it. With a movie, you're supposed to be able to explain it, right?
Yeah.
You're supposed to be able to go, like, hey, this is what I was doing. Because this is going to last forever. Even if it's a bad movie nobody's going to talk about, it still exists, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're supposed to be able to go, like, this is what I was thinking at the time. I understand it was dumb. But meh. There is no why for this. It's just stupid. Why did you do it? Like, fuck you. Anyway, continue.
So
go ahead.
So, the way that you feel right now, do you want to start this lawsuit with me?
I would love to. I'm sure Nintendo.
Everyone.
This is why Nintendo was like, no more movies.
But the grip key, like we're going after them.
Yeah.
Because no one stood up and went, "What the fuck are we doing?"
Well, like, Hopkins said he didn't even know he was making Mario.
Oh.
He was like near the end where he told his
Give me another beer.
Son.
I didn't know that. Get me another beer.
He told his son, hang on.
90 shares.
This?
Nope. Up. Left. There you go. He didn't. Oh. So.
Yeah, like, none of the actors knew. Hopkins said he went to his son and said, "Oh, I don't know, I'm doing some Super Mario Brothers thing." And his son went, "Dad, that's my favorite game of all time. Oh my god, that's so exciting."
Okay, but then we're going to get to Street Fighter down the road. And what's his name, who had, like, terminal cancer, made the movie. Oh, fuck Bob Hopkins. Fuck you. Fuck you. I
can't believe you don't like these.
I drink way too much alcohol, but Jesus Christ, get your shit together. All right.
Perfect.
So, after the dinner, Luigi and Daisy run back to the dig site.
I'm stealing the rest of this bottle.
You're fine. And there's the weird, awkward exchange of like Luigi saying, like, if you don't want to talk to me, you don't have to. It's just,
he's
like,
trying to be a good guy, and like,
yeah, but it's like 8-year-olds on a date.
Yeah, it's very. I don't know. Like,
this movie has zero game cred. Zero. 0.1.
I know we're gonna get to the end. Luigi's throwing out the love word.
Oh God!
And like Mario's like right there with him, and Daisy's like, "Oh, I feel the same way, bro, but I'm gonna stay here." Like everything's awkward.
Oh yes.
And even like in the script, it's awkward.
Yeah.
They didn't smooth that over.
No.
At all.
Someone who's never been on a date wrote that scene. And yes, dates are awkward when you meet someone, but most people know how to talk to another person.
Yeah, like
you can fake it better than that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so somehow these 8-year-olds are on a date, and then they decide to run to the dig site. And Daisy specifically says, and this is going to be a common thread between all of our movies, and I think Jordan and I, we need to start keeping track of what makes a bad movie. But number one, she specifically says, we don't even have security.
Yeah.
And all of our test episodes, which will come out later down the road, that is a common thread.
Yeah.
We
gotta pick up the pace for this fucking movie. Holy shit. Yeah. If you're a bad guy, just hire the army, because you can at that point, right? Yeah. Like you could, if I'm the owner of a state past the mayor, like the mayor is in my pocket.
Yeah.
Just send me the National Guard for that state.
Yeah.
Like, job done. Anyway, continue.
I got a note here for Plumber Wars.
That's like a scene of the movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's like.
But I wrote it down because it sounded really
like,
weird.
Oh, corporate bad guys, but also the
local plumbers are at each other. They're sticking their plungers against each other.
It's supposed to be both those things. It's supposed to be like, I hate that company that has slightly better marketing than we do, but also they're the big bad company.
No.
Like, you can't do both. You can't have both those things. Like, if I was like trying to start an energy company, like I'm providing you energy for your house, and I can't be like, oh, I hate Rocky Mountain Power, that's the like main provider of like everything right now. I'm just trying to make a name for myself. I can't be like, oh, Rocky Mountain Power, because of course it's gonna be right. Mm-hmm. Like, of course, like, I can go like, oh, this other guy who's also starting from the basement of his house. Like, fuck that guy. I'm trying to like outdo that guy. Yeah. Like, they called me first and somehow he's here. Fuck you. Yeah, if I'm a fucking homeowner, I'm going to go like, oh, there's this local guy. I'm going to call him. And then, just to be safe, I'm going to call Rocky Mountain Power. Just to be safe.
Yeah.
Like, they showed up first? Perfect. I'll just go with them.
Yeah.
Like, fucking Mario's like, fuck them. Fuck you! What do you mean? Fucking be better.
So, when Daisy and Luigi finally get to the dig site, and then they're going down a tunnel, which that's, as far as I know, that's not how archaeology works.
No.
Okay.
There's the ice tunnel thing that we're going to get to.
Yeah.
Also.
So they're down the tunnel. They see some dino bones that are fucking perfect.
I forgot about
Hold on.
I forgot.
So the other plumber company booby traps it.
They're a plumber company. They're also archaeologists. They're also like venture capitalists.
So
They're
hold on.
also like they're everything.
They're plot convenience.
Yeah.
So
Also a
near
monkey.
near the dig site, which is not secured at all,
Mm-hmm.
with a perfectly preserved, what I would say was a raptor skeleton.
Yeah.
Perfectly preserved.
Yeah.
Usually you just get like a bone or two. You don't get a full skeleton.
Is this the first time you've experienced it? Sorry.
Yeah. So the other plumber company, because there's pipes and stuff next to this dig site, which, I don't know, water and dinosaur bones.
Like,
Anyway, hold
I'm
on.
sure you need it. Anyway, continue.
So-
I'm so fucking gone right now.
So they
This fucking movie's so dumb.
so they spring a leak. So here's my big thing from this. So Luigi and Daisy, after these other, like, from the Plumber Wars, after these plumbers run away from what they did,
Yeah.
Spinelli,
We gotta. Oh my god, we gotta get through this
I know.
movie. Holy shit.
they
Yep.
so Luigi and Daisy go to these leaking pipes and valves, and then Luigi says we need to go get Mario. So they run all the way to Mario. They come all the way back.
Because Luigi can't do it.
But this whole site would
Luigi
have
can't handle this.
But this whole site would have been completely flooded,
Yeah.
and there's like an inch of water on the ground.
Oh yeah.
That bugged me so much.
They're flooding it with like the power of the ocean in
Yes.
one scene. The
Oh,
next
yeah.
scene, nothing's happened.
Ugh.
Like they had plenty of time. Like
Ugh.
it's insane.
So after that, I can't remember what happens. 'Cause
yeah, they get sucked into Koopa Town.
yeah, Mario and Luigi entered the famous post-apocalyptic
I'm gonna say
Back to
something-
the Future.
I'm gonna say something
Back to
that
the Future 2 world.
you're gonna hate this. I fucking love Koopa City. I want.
I didn't mind it,
there.
but it's not in a Mario world.
No. It's the opposite of Mario feeling, but however, watching it, like, I'm trying to experience it like if I was in the 80s.
Yeah.
I fucking love
Oh,
this
yeah,
city.
no.
Like, this is great.
No.
Fucking, like, I'm a big fan of Show Don't Tell. If you can show me that this city fucking sucks, fucking do it.
Oh, they did that.
And they fucking did it.
Yeah.
They nailed it. I'm like, oh, this city fucking sucks. However, I want to fucking live there. That's great. Fucking, like, everything's shitty and, like...
Did you love the lady pushing her stroller with the egg? And someone was trying to steal her baby? What the fuck was that?
These are dinosaurs? It's so dumb.
Oh, God.
Push glasses
Yeah.
up. That's the joke I was doing.
I got on there, Koopa is a germaphobe. And this is when we meet Dennis Hopper. Which my brother told me, I guess my dad had a big boner for Dennis Hopper.
He's a great actor. Okay.
I couldn't name another film he's in.
So there's a Dennis Hopkins too. There are actors who take acting so seriously, it like not the character becomes their whole world, but like the art form becomes their whole world. Like they get a script and they're like, I am going to take this so seriously. And that's probably what caused his alcoholism, because when you're in that mindset,
What, if you're Italian, you're an alcohol?
No. If you're like, this is my whole world, if you're given that something that shitty, you're
Yeah, I'm
probably
a
like,
plumber in Brooklyn.
how do
I'm
I
Italian. I'm going to be
fucking
an
handle
alcoholic.
this? Yeah, like it's just like, fuck, what do I do? What do I do? Like, this is my whole, like, I've built my whole life around this, and I'm taking it so seriously. Nobody else is. Fuck everybody else, and like, fuck me, because I took it. Like, what do I do? What do I do? You probably drink. Like, fuck.
Yeah, okay.
How do I get through this?
I mean, what are we doing right now to get through this fucking movie?
Right, because people, like, both of them, Bowser and Mario both, they, at least in my mind, they can't just accept that it's just a paycheck. Just, like, do your thing, and let's go home. Like, because...
I can't wait till we get to Oof Bowl. Because all those people just knew.
Oh, absolutely.
I need to make this payment on my yacht.
Yeah, like, or, like, payment on their house, because they hired local people sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, they're just like, oh, like, fuck yeah, like, give me that paycheck. I'm not gonna give you any effort. But, like, they are trying, and it hurts me because they tried, and none of the producers, none of the casting directors, nobody is trying to give it their all. And they, at some level, were, and then realized, hey, you know, the thing you hold so dear and near to your heart, we're using that to, like, just get money. And we care zero about it for this project. That sucks. And, like, Bowser is the same way. Like, it sucks. But he is trying. He's like, oh, I'm gonna be a villain. Oh, a toonish villain? Oh, I'm supposed to be a turtle? Oh, I'm supposed to be a dinosaur. Why? Okay,
I'm trying here.
I'm supposed to de-evolve people. But, like, why? Okay, I'm just evil. I'm gonna just be evil then. Yeah. Oh, but that's too much. I'm gonna be toonish evil.
I'm gonna put out a plumber alert.
Yeah,
to the whole city.
I hate plumbers.
And I do love
humans, but I like humans because I want humans.
But
what?
In this dimension, I love it because when he shows Daisy the world that he's in and he spins the globe, there's just the one city.
Yeah.
And it's just desert.
I would also like to say midway through this movie, everybody's like, water. We don't have water. Everything. We don't have water. And it's like everything sucks because they don't have water. Never mentioned again.
Nope.
The rest of the movie.
No.
If you don't have water, even if you're a fucking lizard who can live on a little bit of water for a few months or whatever, like, everybody's doing just fine the rest of the movie. Everybody's running around, like, trying to help everybody, doing their thing. If I'm Bowser and I show up in Brooklyn, even for 30 seconds, I'm like, where's your fucking water? I need a drink. Like, where is so dumb.
So when Mario and Luigi get into I'm just going to call it Back to the Future 2 city because it reminded me of Back to the Future 2.
It absolutely is the Back to the Future 2 city. And I like it.
But
I would also live in the Back to the Future 2 city.
But that
for like a few months.
But that old lady that tries to hold him up with the gun,
it works.
She's my favorite character in this
She's
movie.
the best character. So Koopa City and her are like the only reasons you would ever watch this movie. As soon as that happens, turn it off. Like
yeah. Or if you see Toad, and if you're hold on. And if you're in my age range, I'm not sure if Jordan knows who this person is.
Trust the fungus.
Hold on. I'm not sure if Jordan knows who I'm going to talk about, but it's a street performer in New York, and it's the Underwear Cowboy.
No idea what you're talking about.
Google right now. The Underwear Cowboy, New York City. Do it. I'm
glad you have worldly experience.
I'm waiting.
Oh.
And you tell me if this is not Toad.
Naked Cowboy.
Naked Cowboy.
What is this? Okay. What? Explain.
I don't know.
What am I looking at?
I just remember like watching a lot of TLC, and he was on TLC a lot. He's called the Naked Cowboy, but he performs in New York City all the time on the streets, and that's who Toad reminded me of. And I would love to know if that's what they were going after or not.
Yeah, maybe. They're like, oh, how do we show a dirty city? Hey, what's that TLC guy?
You need street performers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, everything in this movie is unnecessary. So yeah, we brought it up earlier. In my notes I have, so I guess if anyone listening doesn't know, evolution is a real thing. We did come from primates. So in my notes,
in this movie.
Really?
Hey.
Oh, okay.
Different people have different belief systems.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry.
If you don't believe in science, or if you believe in science a little bit,
I think this is our most drunk podcast so far. It's our first one.
It's okay. No, it's not. Go fuck yourself. Science is real.
God, I hope that stays in. So, in my
I'm
note,
keeping it in. If you're, we don't want your view if you don't fucking believe in science.
Hey.
Evolution.
hey, send it to castingtolevelup@gmail.com.
Sorry. Yeah, pause. If you don't believe in the Big Bang and that's not how we started, fine. That's okay. Sure. If you don't believe in fucking evolution, go fuck yourself. It's like, I can prove it.
Well,
I can. Come to my house. I will prove it to you.
I mean,
anyway, continue.
you don't even have to go to Jordan's house. Like, how do you get sick every year with the same flu if evolution doesn't exist? Because the flu evolves to make you sick.
No, it just changes.
Oh, just changes.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's not evolution.
okay. So in my notes, I got monkey equals human, and then T-Rex evolved equals human, which we did touch on that earlier. Somehow, dinosaurs became warm-blooded and then resemble human beings of today.
Yeah. They're just humans. They're straight up just humans.
Okay.
A little bit dumber.
Okay.
Why?
Okay.
Because lizards are smart.
And then I got
Lizards are smart. I
Lizards are
can't
smart.
talk. Jesus.
I got Daisy was just looking for her ancestors on Earth.
And Luigi's a little dumb. It's just,
Hey, spaghetti, Brooklyn, dinosaur bones. I will tell you because
I can't believe how gone I am. And this is our first episode. I fucking hate this movie.
Oh yeah, I know. I will tell you, halfway through this movie, because we had talked about this previously.
Mm-hmm.
I was already thinking about like taking from the other list, the casting the level down list, because I already needed a break from this piece of shit.
Double Dragons next.
Yep. But then we get Street Fighter, which will be entertaining.
That's great.
And then we get Mortal Kombat, which will be entertaining.
I fucking love Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yeah. Why aren't we doing that? Oh, that's because we got to fucking start from the beginning. Whose fucking idea was that?
It was yours.
Yeah, I know.
It was all you.
I got here, Daisy's journey is dodging predators in all dimensions.
Yep. Yeah.
Daisy was just being chased.
Okay. I would like
by the creepy uncle trying to pinch her ass the whole entire time. Poor Daisy. But why isn't Peach in this movie?
I don't know.
Most people don't know who Daisy is.
Yeah.
Everyone who's played Mario knows who Peach is.
I'm sure it's because they wanted like a young love, and like Peach is supposed to be with Mario, so we can't do Peach. Hey, there's this other
you get the prostitute for Mario.
Let's do. I know, right? In the sequel, they probably would have done Peach. Why? So Bowser captures Daisy. He puts her in a room with an egg or a dinosaur, Yoshi.
We're not there yet.
I know. I just
okay.
Why does she change clothes?
I don't know.
She changes clothes. They give her a change of clothes.
I stopped questioning this movie
like 15
minutes in.
I know, but like
actually, I should have stopped questioning this movie when he goes, "There's dinosaurs in Brooklyn. Can you believe it?" That was minute 1.
I know. Why? Even from like an 80s movie,
you need to stop.
I need to understand.
80s movies don't make sense.
Like, she looks fine.
We got Terminator.
Like,
cool.
She's already
Move
hot.
on.
She's already like, you know, maybe she's not looking very princessly, and she's supposed to look like a princess. But like, what why? I just.
You need to stop asking questions. All right, moving on.
I'm so hungry. I'm trying to hurry so we can get. I need food. This movie's destroyed me.
So I have here, and I want to talk about this.
No.
I really want your opinion.
I know what's coming.
The Mario and Big Bertha dance.
No.
And I have here.
I was trying to skip
it. Hold on. No. We are not skipping this because I got semi-hard during this dance. And I have in asterisks. You can see. Look, Jordan, look. Kids movie?
It's not. I don't know. Like, there's certain scenes...
They were one song away from fucking on the dance floor. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong. This is definitely a scene where I was watching it and I was like, oh, right. My kid brain kind of registered it, but definitely blocked it as soon as it happened, because there's a lot of, like, themes that I'm, like, not recognizing as a child. So, like, it was, in that sense, it was made for adults, but, like, why? And, like, it just...
Why?
There's a lot of whys. And I don't think any of them get answered.
Is the handshake a
long.
thing? Because they do the handshake after they get the crystal back.
Yeah.
And they did it before they went to this other dimension.
Also,
is that a thing in the game?
No.
Okay. I figured it
no.
wasn't, but they did it like 3 or 4 times in the movie.
I don't think it's a thing. Maybe. Somebody can correct me. I don't think so.
Should we have a handshake?
Do you want a handshake, Ben?
We can make one. I don't think you're in the state of mind to remember a handshake. No?
No.
Because for some reason you have the microphone in your headset out.
It was something to fiddle with, and I have ADHD.
I didn't know who the red-haired lady was, and I'm not sure if she's part of the game.
I don't think so.
Lena?
Maybe Birdo?
She stabs Yoshi.
Birdo wasn't a thing yet.
That red-haired bitch stabs Yoshi. And even though Yoshi needs to be stabbed because
I was about to say,
he's an abomination.
Best character, because fucking what is up with Yoshi?
Best character in the video game.
Yeah.
He is terrifying in the movie.
You know what? Fuck this. This movie fucking sucks. This podcast is already too long. We can keep going through shit if you want, but like, I'm gonna speed through it. So
hold on. No. But like the Goomba. So
I'm trying.
The Goombas. Did they remind you of the multi-armed guy from Mortal Kombat? I can't remember his name.
Goro?
Yeah.
No.
No.
All
right.
They reminded me of like. I don't even know.
All right. So here's the last thing.
Oh, the small head guy in Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of every time I saw them.
Called back to Alien Resurrection with Winona Ryder. So all right, we'll just blaze through.
No, I got this, Ben. You sit.
1 page.
No.
But Luigi.
No, I can't handle this fucking movie anymore.
I know
it's hurting my brain.
I know, but Luigi meets Daisy's father. Luigi meets Daisy's father, and he's a
no.
We haven't even talked about the fungus.
Listen, I'll get to it when I blaze fucking through. You ready?
Trust the fungus. Trust
All
the
right,
fungus.
for the rest of this fucking movie. Okay, I'm gonna just fucking run through it. Daisy's captured. Mario and Luigi get captured for a second, but escape. Then, fuck. They come back to try to save Daisy. Daisy, for whatever reason, is changed clothes now in a prison cell with Yoshi. They escape. Yoshi doesn't do fucking anything because fuck him. He's a fucking dinosaur. He's not really Yoshi. He's a fucking de-evolved dinosaur. And all the dinosaurs are raptors for whatever reason. Then they escape all together because the Koopa kids are dumb and smart at the same time. They team up with Mario because they hate King Koopa, who's definitely not Bowser.
Trust the fungus.
I am getting to it! So, at some point, they look at a mushroom and they go, oh, mushroom! And then, they go...
Are you going to bring up the fact that one of the Brooklyn girls who's been captured has a cigarette in every single scene?
No.
Okay.
I'm just, again, blazing through it.
Hey.
This movie fucking sucks.
Hey.
I'm trying to get through it.
Twin Towers are in this movie.
Yep, they sure are. So, we're going through. Anyway.
And there's a monkey in a suit.
Yeah, moving on! Ben! So... Anyway, they escape. They go down this like ice slide while Koopas aren't actual Koopas. They're like dinosaur henchmen things because they're still evolved to the point of humans, but they have lizard heads. So they go down this like amusement park like ice slide thing on rafts, which I was like, what the fuck? What?
I have the
What?
same note. That makes no sense.
Yeah. And also it goes for like so long that you would
Yes.
think they would end up in like a different country. They don't. They're just like right down the street.
Yep. Yep.
Anyway, Mario gives up a
There's
wrench.
no concept of
which
time.
like he's a bad plumber because why would you give up a really expensive, probably really expensive wrench?
But this movie
just,
has
like,
no
right
concept of time or space.
Yeah, it's true. So anyway, they escape. Bowser goes, "Oh, I'm angry that you escaped," and they square like him and Mario square off, and then they get teleported to Brooklyn because Daisy and Luigi go to a different part of Koopa City that has a cave, and Bowser's girlfriend is bad, but it doesn't matter because she's about to die. She has the gem for whatever reason that they're trying to get, and she puts it into the cave, and she dies because she can't handle the power of this gem. But Daisy can, and Daisy
Not explained why.
goes to the gem, but it doesn't matter because Luigi has to do all the work. Typical woman. Anyway, so Luigi goes.
Hey, the movie got something right.
Plumber, shut the fuck up. Anyway, Luigi does some like juju plumber stuff to get the gem out, but not really because the gem kind of just stays where it's at in the floor. And then anyway, back to Mario and Bowser. Bowser gets teleported because Daisy's doing her thing. Mario and Bowser get fused, but not really fused together because then they separate. Like Bowser has a whole thing over like, "Oh, you're a dumb plumber. We're merging," but then it doesn't matter because they demerge. And they get teleported to Brooklyn, and then
Monkey suit.
huh?
Monkey suit.
Yeah, I'm getting there. So Bowser has a thing where he can de-evolve people on the fly with this gun thing, and he tries to shoot at Mario. He misses. He gets the CEO of this, nameless. They're not nameless. Whatever fucking X company,
Well, just
fucking
meaningless.
CEO.
Because this movie's meaningless.
I know, that's why I'm blazing through it because it doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
He hits the CEO guy with this de-evolve thing and de-evolves him to a monkey because we're monkeys, not lizards, remember? Ha ha. Anyway, and then there's a chimp on set! Don't use chimps in movies. Chimps are really dangerous. This is a real chimp that they put in a fucking movie. Chimps will go
suit.
off
In a
for
suit.
like no reason.
Oh, I know.
So, like, don't use chimps. They put a ring on this chimp. They put a suit on this chimp. Don't tick off chimps. And don't use chimps. Chimps are, like, crazy dangerous. And I'm stopping here for a second because chimps are bad. Don't use chimps. Chimps are great when they're in the jungle where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And they're great for, like, everything. Like, chimps are really smart. I love chimps where they're supposed to be. Don't use chimps in a movie setting. That's horrible for your actors. It's crazy dangerous. Don't do that. That's bad. But monkey, don't. Anyway.
The more you know.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, chimp. Anyway, then they get teleported back into Koopa Town because Daisy and Luigi did something. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Anyway, and then Mario has the de-evolve thing, and he hits it, and he hits Bowser with it, but it's not Bowser, it's King Koopa. Anyway, and then Bowser de-evolves into this really horrifying, like, thing. There's a spot here where he has, like, a really creepy human lizard face, and it looks kind of like Jeff the Killer. And, like, I think that spawned probably a couple of my nightmares when I was a kid. Because I, again, watched this movie a lot when I was a kid.
I'm so sorry.
And it doesn't, and it's bad. It's all bad. And then, it's just all bad. And then, they keep trying to de-evolve him, but he gets stronger because even, like, he didn't evolve to get stronger, apparently, when they were evolving. He evolved to get smarter, maybe? But it looks like when they de-evolve him, he gets stronger and smarter. So I don't know why he really evolved in the first place. So Anyway, then they beat Bowser with fire, which, like, what? Anyway, again, not Bowser, King Koopa. They beat him with fire, with the help of, like, all the city, because the city really secretly hates Bowser. So then they beat Bowser with with fire. Anyway, and then
can I just say I'm loving your recap because it is as much of a fever dream as this movie.
Right, because this movie doesn't make any sense. If you think I'm drunkenly trying to recap a movie, I'm not. It's just this movie doesn't make any goddamn sense. Nothing makes sense. Anyway, they beat King Koopa. Everybody wins.
Neither do the video games.
And then Luigi and Mario, they gotta go back to Brooklyn. But Daisy wants to stay because
Why would Daisy want to stay in that shit world?
Because the king is secretly, or maybe not secretly, the king is her dad.
The fungus.
Yeah. No. Sorry, I didn't get to the fungus thing. Mario looks at
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Move on.
Hang on. So there's a fungus in Koopa City, and they're like, oh, mushroom. And then when Bowser and Mario are facing off in Brooklyn, Mario finds a mushroom at a dig site, which, like, what? Anyway, he pulls that, and when...
Trust the fungus.
Yeah, and he goes, trust the fungus. And then when Bowser tries to shoot him with the de-evolve ray, Mario uses the mushroom as a shield, which, like, that's a cool power that never happens in the games. Anyway, and then the mushroom just gets bigger and bigger. And then they get warped back to the city. Anyway.
The end.
Mario and Luigi go home. Daisy stays because her dad's the king, and, like, why wouldn't you want to stay in royalty? Luigi throws around the love word a whole lot, and then they're like, oh, we'll be back to visit soon. And then they go home, and, oh, everybody wins. And the king comes back and is like, oh, that was weird, because he was in an egg the whole movie. Anyway, that's the movie.
Do you feel better?
I don't. I really want this to end. This sucks. This movie sucks. Thinking about it sucks. Everything about it sucks. I'm gonna give this movie
all right, hold
on.
We're moving into rankings. So the last thing I'll bring up is that they do a trailer or like a little snippet for a sequel, and it's like Daisy, she has like a gun or some kind of shit, and she says she needs help. But we never get a sequel because this movie is straight up white dog shit on the sidewalk.
There's some bad movies
all right, Jordan,
that like set up for a sequel where I'm like, oh man, actually, that would have been really fun.
All right, Jordan.
And this, I'm like, why did you think you could get away with that? Why?
I'm
There's
actually
so many whys.
I'm actually somewhat excited to watch the animated one that made like $1.5 billion.
Have you not seen it yet?
No.
Oh,
I'm waiting until we get.
It's okay.
I'm waiting until we get to season 2.
It's solidly good.
Okay.
Like it's like in the good. I wouldn't call it great. I wouldn't call it perfect.
Well, none of these movies are great.
It's solidly like a good time.
I know, but none of these movies are great. All right, so
Mortal Kombat is great, and I will fucking fight you.
Oh no, I'll agree with you on that.
Anyway, continue.
All right, so here's where we will get into our rankings. Jordan, what is your movie ranking for this?
0.1.
0.1. Okay.
If you give it higher than that, Ben, I swear to God, I'm gonna swing on you.
All right. Game ranking.
Oh, I'd give it a 7.
Okay. What about movie cred?
0.1. No, sorry. No. Okay, they got the costumes.
I mean, they got the names
they got
right.
Koopa, the dinosaur. I'll give it a 2.8.
2.8. All right, and then
fun meter for the movie?
Yes.
0.1. 0.01.
I got you. All right. I'm gonna tell you right now. All right, my movie ranking. I'm gonna do the same thing. It's 0.01.
Yep, that's great. Good job.
Game. I will say it deserves to be just held at the spot. Like Mount Rushmore for platformers because of what the game is, but I'm giving it a 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Ben's personal ranking.
Yep.
This is how he rates things. Anyway, moving on.
Game cred from the movie to like what the movie produced for the game. Ooh, I'm gonna say 1.5.
Yeah, that's about right.
Fun meter. I'm going exactly with Jordan again. It is 0.01. I am going to be diagnosed with depression after watching this movie. So, this movie on Rotten Tomatoes has a 29%, way too high.
Yeah.
The video game has a 94%. Would you say that's valid or?
Yeah, that's valid. Like, because it's the masses rendition of it, right? Like, I don't know. Like, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So between Jordan and I's movie average rating, it has it's 10%.
Good. No, it's 0.1%.
Oh, 0.1%.
He can't read numbers.
Sorry.
It's bad.
And then the video game has a 40.75.
No, the video game thing's broken, man.
No, I fixed them all.
No, because if I gave it a 7 and you gave it a 5, we should be at 60%.
Hold on.
Yeah, again, bad at math.
PU.
Yeah, so if we take the average, which is 5 plus 7, that equals 12. Divided by 2, because there's 2 of us, that equals 6. So 6 equals 60%.
So game cred is part of the rating for the video game. Should I take that out?
Yeah, that's its own thing. Oh no, that's where it went wrong. That's why 60% became 40. Oh no.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, this movie or the game.
Are you happy with that though, or no?
60%. That feels right for what we like in video games. And then movie rating is 0.1.
So and
that's good because 0.1 is like, hey, it exists.
So
don't watch it. That's it. That's correct.
Okay, so
next movie.
Hold on.
Double Dragon.
Hold on. So Jordan's overall rating for this movie and game is 24.55%.
Correct.
And mine is 16.30.
It's because the movie is such dog shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And from what I'm looking at for Double Dragon, it has a 12% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, yeah. I'm probably going to love it. I'm probably going to like every inch of this movie.
So, yeah. So, next episode will be Double Dragon. We are on all social medias under Castingtolevelup.
Woo! Good job, Ben.
And it's all the same. What's that called? IP?
Yeah. Castingtolevelup. Look us up. We're great. We're not great yet. We just started. But we will be great. And yeah.
And we will be doing 0.5 episodes in between.
Yeah. I got to edit this shit. Nice.
Where
like dog shit.
Where either we will just be ranting and raving, and then we will be taking your emails and all that kind of stuff on the 0.5 episodes. And Jordan's already leaving because he doesn't want to.
I'm fucking done.
Because
I'm done. We watched the movie. We talked about it. I'm done. Bye, Ben.
Because he doesn't want to have the awkward interaction after I close the podcast out.
I'm stealing the rest of your Baja Blast because you said it was gross.
It is gross. I just burped into the mic. So, all right, everyone. Next episode,
Bye.
Double Dragon. And we will catch you then. You don't want to do a closing?
If you're going to watch this fucking movie, you got to be so fucking hammered that you don't remember anything. So at the end of these, I'm always going to say the drink I kind of recommend with whatever.
Bacardi 151?
Yeah, so just find the hardest alcohol you can handle. Like, if you can take a shot of it and you go, oh, that was rough, but I can handle it, then drink that until you can't handle it anymore. And then start the movie, and by the time the opening credits come up, you should be passed out. That's how you experience this movie, and that's the only way you can. Okay, bye. Bye, Ben.
And I will say, trust the fungus.